It's like,
Someone's going to take this as a challenge.
I'm also not dumb enough to answer those. Hey, I'm locked out of my account. Can you give me your... Yeah. I'm going to email you a code.
yeah,
Not
right.
today.
Yeah.
Not today, Satan. Well, my mom called me the other day. I mean, she's 89 years old, and she had like 3 different scams she was asking me about, and she knew, but she just wanted to hear it from me. Same thing a couple months ago. She got the phone call saying it was her grandson was in jail, help me, I need money, whatever.
Yeah.
And they got disconnected. Sounded like him and everything. Somebody in distress. Luckily, they got disconnected.
You got a
son? My sister's
it's like Todd.
They got disconnected, and my mom called
How do
my
we not know
sister
this?
and asked and said, no, he's okay. So, but
Have you got a random love child out there?
yeah, maybe.
maybe got 1 or 2.
Couple here and there.
Love used loosely. Okay, well today, hi, and welcome.
Are we recording?
Yeah. Hi, and welcome to the Y'all Ain't Right podcast. I'm Brittany. I'm here with Nick, Tyler, and Todd. And before you do anything else, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube so you'll get a little notification every time there's new episodes. New episodes every Wednesday. And we've got some bonus real estate episodes coming out as well here soon. But today we're talking about produce. I'm in a very springy mood.
Yay.
Yay, we're so thrilled about produce. I know nothing.
Although
I know nothing.
You eat produce. You cook.
I know.
You use produce.
I know how to cook it. I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to grow it.
We had a few
Don't know
weeks
how to-
without him.
I know. I was going to say, y'all had your fun where you all got to agree and have a good time.
I picked a grenade of an episode for you to come back.
Boom, produce.
No, I went to the farmer's market in Knoxville.
here we go.
Not to start off. Not to start off negatively. I will say that I was a little disappointed though at the Knoxville.
Which one did you go to? Though?
Farmer's market. The one in Market Square.
Okay, all right.
So
That one.
is it the winter or so the winter one is definitely smaller. I know it grows once spring
Oh, well, that's
really
good to
kicks
know.
in.
I mean, there's nothing in season right now.
Well, I guess
yeah.
that's common sense, but I didn't think about it. I was
Potatoes and
She's like,
Yeah.
where is all the produce?
Yeah, there was no.
It's only 35 degrees out. Where is
probably
it?
anything that's there is either greenhouse or brought in.
She
So
said,
there wasn't even. I don't even really think there was. Well, there was a little bit of produce. There was some like herbs and things like that. There was meat, which I thought was really cool because there was like lamb and things like that. There were a lot of homemade pasta stands, and I was like, well, I already make homemade pasta, so
I already do that. I'm better than you. I mean, cool pasta.
Now,
was really
are
looking-
you making like the different shapes and stuff like that, or are you just doing like?
Are
My
you just
preference-
making like linguine and fettuccine, or are you sitting there making like elbows?
My preference is fettuccine, so I make fettuccine the most.
I
But
just rough cut mine. Mine's not like even. I don't even put mine through the machine.
I tried that once, and that was a disaster.
Really?
Yeah, it
Putting
was
it
like
through the machine or
not
rough
putting it
cutting
through
it? Oh, really?
before I got
It's a cutter.
I've
I
just
did not
cut
get
with
it
a
thin
knife.
enough. It was
say you
like
could
they were like
knife it.
eating
I just
worms. It was so gross. They were so thick because
you
it
gotta-
expands a lot.
Yeah, but I like
When we cook
what's
it.
the like the egg noodle, not the thin egg noodle. I like the thicker. I'm trying to think what it's called. Might be Slovak. It's like a thicker noodle, but it's rough cut. But that's how mine. What I end up whenever I make. I mean, hell, it's 3 ingredients.
Yeah, well, I've got a little attachment. I've got the KitchenAid,
I would say
I don't
have the
KitchenAid
attachment. I
with the
have
roller. And
But
and then I've
thing
got
is a
one that
pain.
has like the macaroni
That ain't making it
and
by
the
hand.
penne, and
that's cheating.
it's homemade. I didn't
That's
say I made
cheating.
it by hand.
Okay, if you say homemade, that's fine.
I'm not gonna roll it up and put it on a straw and like. No, we just run it through the thing.
We just run it through the thing.
does it
But-
do a good job with the macaroni part?
So the one that's like the macaroni and the penne, my recipe, I also tried to put the whole blob in there at once. And also it's a really thick recipe.
Right,
So
I
I
was gonna
think
say
I need to
that's-
put like just a pinch of it in there. I was so mad by the time I got to it that I ended up just making fettuccine. But I do have that attachment, and I made a small little portion.
I have one of the hand ones, and it's like, unless
you
you
ever
do
made
it all the
gnocchi?
time.
Just make that. You'll rarely make pasta again.
I like
Isn't that
gnocchi.
like
It's so
potato
But
something?
you can make
Yeah.
potato gnocchi. You can make traditional gnocchi, just pasta. I mean, there's multiple gnocchis out there.
I forget what it's called. It's something else with an S where you put it through a strainer, but you do this kind of the same thing like gnocchi. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it is. I think it has more egg in it.
Pasta gnocchi is easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
This just takes me like I don't even mix it by hand. I put it in the KitchenAid mixer, so 15 minutes from start to finish, and I've got 4 batches of noodles, and I freeze them. We're good to go.
And freeze them.
I never freeze mine. I never make it that far.
Todd's like throwing them in the pot the second he's done.
That's what I do. I
That's
literally
going
do.
in.
I don't even dry it or anything. So.
He's cooking them to
But
eat.
I do like to go to, because I was really hoping for like apple butter or something like that. Like that's a big thing that's at the farmer's
They
market.
didn't have it? I'm surprised.
They did
Apples
have
aren't
local.
in season.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you make the apple butter.
Yeah, but they're not in season. You can't get any apples.
I do like to go to Pope's Nursery.
You can't get any apples.
They have really, really
like
good
Pope's.
produce. They have a huge selection too.
But she couldn't get them Granger County maters, though.
No,
do
you're not gonna get
No,
them
they're
at Pope's.
better than that.
No, whoa.
I do like
whoa,
Pope's.
whoa.
You're talking Pope's Broadway?
She's
The
talking
one off the North
crazy.
Shore.
Yeah,
I didn't know
she's
they had produce in it.
talking
With
crazy.
That one. I knew they had
What's
it in
better
there.
than-
I'm not even a big tomato fan, and I like Granger County tomatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them. I like the
Like
striped
heirloom, period.
yellow and
Yeah.
red ones. I think it's called Mr. Stripey or something.
That sounds right.
You are disappointing me.
I like how the people.
You're
can-
supposed to be the produce
The yellow
queen.
ones have more flavor and they're a little sweeter.
See, I didn't
So I like
realize.
the mixture.
I didn't realize we did a farmer's market at Market Square. I mean,
Yeah, it's usually not.
I don't
very
ever go
big.
down there. Like, I don't.
I didn't used to ever be up early enough to go.
That's fair.
God.
I could see that one for sure.
Parking was a nightmare.
Yeah, I was going to say
gosh.
that's the part I don't like about
We were
it.
at, even though parking's free in the parking garage on the weekends, we had to go to like one of the top levels, and then we had to like cut someone off while they were like coming out to get the space.
I
And
hope they're not a listener. Were you in your vehicle?
They're coming.
nope, they'll never know. Brett has a very generic.
I was going to say yours. On the other hand,
I don't do crazy driving in my car because I don't want somebody to see me later on and key my car.
Your vehicle in a parking garage does not sound good.
No.
It's got the rack on top. It's already big.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm not getting mine in one. I don't park in parking garages.
Yeah.
It's
No.
It's not possible.
Do you know what Tennessee's? Okay. Do you know what Tennessee's state vegetable is?
tomato.
We do not have a state vegetable.
Of course
There
we
is a
do.
state
We have a
everything.
state everything.
It's corn, isn't it?
No, it's probably lettuce.
It is a tomato, but
Ah.
what's ironic about that is that
Is it the
it's a
Granger
fruit.
County?
It's
Yeah.
a fruit.
It
It's
is.
not a
Right.
vegetable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
technically a fruit.
That's funny though. That's kind of funny and ironic. Kind
Well,
of.
that fits for us, doesn't it? Because we're just dumb old Southern people down here.
Is it just a generic tomato or is it like a specific tomato?
Just tomato.
It better be a
Okay.
Granger
Yeah.
County mater.
Yeah, see, that would have made sense.
Yeah.
But then that would
now
probably
we're
made the
owning it.
rest of the state mad. Though.
Who cares about the rest of the state?
Yeah.
The East is the only part that matters.
Do you, never mind.
Well, then I'm going to claim Elvis in Knoxville. Memphis can't have him solely.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to claim him up here.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, I'm still claiming him.
No.
That's true.
Yeah,
Is he
I
really
would
dead?
say he may not be dead,
He's
actually.
with Tupac and
Yeah.
Tupac, him, and
Hanging out
Michael
on
Jackson are.
some island somewhere.
Michael
That's not an
Jackson's
island
really
I would
dead.
want to be on.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't want to be on that island.
Me neither.
peanut butter sandwiches.
Peanut
Do
butter
you-
banana sandwiches.
Peanut
Did you say banana?
No.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he did? Was
Peanut
Yeah,
butter
and I think he
banana,
did them on
yeah.
hamburgers. I think he just like
Yeah, he
peanut
put
butter.
banana
too.
on
It's just
everything.
weird.
And peanut butter.
Yeah. Which is actually a pretty good mixture.
Actually, I don't want to claim him. Memphis
At
can
Hot
have him.
Rods, have you ever been to Hot Rods? The 50s diner?
Yes.
They have an Elvis burger. They've got like all kinds of different
Their
burgers.
book of burgers is that thick, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Ruby Tuesdays used to have an Elvis burger. I think it was a double bacon burger with peanut butter.
Do you remember Bel Air Grill?
I was just thinking that.
They used to have
I
one.
was wondering.
Isn't there still a Bel Air?
Yeah, there
There's one
is.
left out in Halls.
Yeah.
Friend of mine was out there the other day. I was like,
wasn't
man,
in
I
Sevierville?
forgot about that. It's not the same though. They
It's
don't.
not?
Yeah,
they
it's
don't have all the classic cars in there and all that. They don't have all that.
Then I don't remember.
Yeah.
Bel Air Grill was awesome. I used to go to the one on Alco Highway all the time. And you'd sit in like the back of the Cadillac booth thing. That thing
Must
was
not
so
have been
cool.
that good or it'd still be around.
And technically, a banana is a berry, but a strawberry is not.
That is weird. Strawberry's
So
not
what's
a
our
berry.
state fruit? Green bean?
Well, okay, I'll be honest.
Like, I'm
Technically,
curious now. I'm gonna look it up.
Tomato.
I guarantee you it's a vegetable.
if you look it up, technically it says state vegetable. It says none, but the
Potato.
other sources say tomato.
Yeah,
but
Tennessee
it's technically
state fruit is the tomato.
a fruit.
So that is.
It says fruit or it says...
it says Tennessee state fruit is the tomato.
Yeah, because it is a fruit.
That's weird.
Oh, you said vegetable.
Yeah.
Well, some sources say
Oh, see
Yeah.
now you're cherry picking.
people
huh?
want to classify.
We need to check.
as-
Is there an official
Opinions
website?
vary.
I say we
Like,
need an official state sanctioned.
Somebody call the governor.
I was going to say they're going to be voting,
Tennessee doesn't
taking
have
time
an
to vote on
official-
this in the
Well,
floor.
here, Tennessee does not have an official state vegetable.
That's what I just said. I said
Well,
some
why'd
sort.
you say vegetable when you wrote it? I read it.
Well, because
You're making us sound stupid,
'cause
Brittany.
Controversy.
people think of it as a vegetable, but that's why I
Well,
said it's
if the
actually a
stupid
fruit. So technically, we don't have one, but
I think the stupid
Here's the
definitely
official
fits.
state symbols website. Did you go there?
I think so.
Is that where you found it? Let's see. Beverage? Anyone? Guess?
RC Cola.
Milk.
Okay.
Just simple.
I
Oh, I
would
should have said
not.
Mountain Dew, actually.
I would not have thought of milk ever.
What is our official butterfly?
Monarch.
Monarch.
The zebra swallowtail.
Oh, those stupid black and white ones that
Yeah.
you see everywhere.
We have two different types of
Making-
fish. The
Catfish.
smallmouth and the channel catfish.
Okay.
Two different flowers. See, three different flowers. That should not be allowed. That I disagree with. Pick one.
So why is there three? Like one's a wildflower.
Right, they started getting technical. One's a cultivated flower, one's an official wildflower, and then one is the official Tennessee only found in limestone region of Tennessee official wildflower.
Is that
I don't
the
like
orange?
any of that.
That is the Tennessee cone flower.
You would think the
coneflower.
flower that's Tennessee orange.
The tiger lily that's everywhere. The wild
Isn't that
little.
the passion flower,
Oh no.
I think? I don't know.
I'm not sure what.
We have the iris is our official cultivated,
Yeah, I knew the iris,
and
but
then the wildflower
the
is the
others.
passion flower, and then the official state only flower because of our limestone
Because it's only found in Tennessee.
is the cone flower, the Tennessee cone flower.
yeah, I don't know what that is. So
What's our tree?
Is the poplar and something else. We have two, right? I think.
why do we have multiples? Pick one and stick with it.
I'm gonna find it.
I want that
we
job.
We have three insects.
What?
Trees, the tulip poplar, and then they've also added in the eastern red cedar because it's now only found in Tennessee,
Huh? Learned something new today.
apparently. I don't know.
Stupid.
So here's the fruit and vegetables. So fruit is the tomato, and no official vegetable has been voted on yet.
I think that needs to be taken care of.
Put that on the
Yeah,
floor.
we need to file a petition that we're offended
What,
that we don't have a state vegetable
What
and
can
we
we
want
make
one
the
now.
state vegetable?
I think the podcast should email the state and tell them that this needs to be heard on the floor.
I think, yeah, I agree.
Like literally think
Yeah,
that's a
on
good
the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
I'm gonna go for the.
I
Uh,
literally think there's better things.
I think I'm gonna go for the
them to do.
squash.
No,
No,
there's not.
Spaghetti squash. Those things are pretty universal. Like, are pretty. Not universal, but they. What do they say?
It's definitely a southern thing.
It's used a lot in a lot of different dishes. It's
Why-
very.
How is that a
Diverse.
southern
It's
thing?
a southern
Thank
thing.
you.
That is not a southern thing.
fried squash.
Okra.
No, but we use it more. Ooh,
I was gonna say
okra,
green.
fried
I
okra.
almost said green tomato, but
Can we
never
make
mind.
it? Fried green tomato. Yeah, there you go. Vegetables. See, and this is why.
Yeah.
This is probably why we don't have an official vegetable because everyone's like, "How about the tomato?" Well, that's our fruit.
How long have we known that the tomato is a fruit? When was that figured out?
I don't know.
So there's a true definition of what a fruit is.
03.
Seriously? Is that whenever you would have thought that would have been found out a
Way
long time
before
ago?
that, yeah.
So there is an official definition of what a fruit is.
Darwin.
But as far as what a vegetable is, there's no official standard classification.
So anything
It's
that's not a
basically
fruit.
it's just a vegetable
But then you got a
is
berry. What's a berry?
the edible portion of a plant.
Berry's a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah. A berry
On
is...
technicality, because fruits have seeds.
It's something to do with, it has to flower and then have seeds on the inside.
Yeah, so
Or just seeds.
berries are
Yeah.
technically fruits because they have seeds on the inside. Although, like she said, a strawberry is not a berry because it doesn't have seeds.
Wouldn't that make green beans a fruit, too? Because...
Yeah, but they don't flower; they just grow.
There is flour.
They do flower, yeah.
And
Well, we're not going to get that
cucumbers.
technical, Tyler.
Cucumbers, too.
Cucumbers are a fruit.
We can't do this today. We'll be here all day talking about what a cucumber is.
But yeah, there's no real official definition of what a vegetable is. So it's either
I
fruit
have to Google this now.
or it's not. And if it's not, then it's a vegetable.
We have 3 insects, by the way.
I'm pretty sure
You're what?
I feel like you knew that.
Grasshopper,
Which part?
honeybee, and
About
something
the
else.
vegetable?
Yeah. Which part?
okay.
There is no
The
definition.
firefly.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I don't know if I...
Ladybug.
No,
I thought we
honeybee.
talked about.
Oh,
What were the 3?
Firefly, ladybug, honeybee.
that's our 3 state insects.
The
I'm surprised
honeybee
one-
that we brought from Europe? Because it's not...
I mean,
Probably.
we brought everything from Europe,
So
basically.
didn't pretty much everything come from Europe other than...
Yeah, but we had bees here already,
The
but we just
natives?
didn't have,
We didn't have honeybees here.
we had...
I'm sure they were.
Oh.
They were smaller,
The African killer bees, those are
That
not from...
needs to be our official insect.
I thought those would be
We'll
a bigger
claim that
thing
one.
by now.
Yeah.
I feel like the
That and
mosquito
quicksand.
or the tick should be our official insect.
No kidding. I
Oh,
don't
I
think the
hate-
tick is actually an insect, but yeah.
What is an insect?
3 legs.
Wow.
6.
Do not.
Yeah, 3 legs.
legs?
3 legs. 3
What?
legs and 3
I was
sections.
going to say,
6
I
legs.
don't
you
know.
tear a couple off.
I was going to say, I don't know any
Did you
three-legged.
Google
Oh,
what is a
gosh.
vegetable?
6 legs.
Yeah, the definition of a
Oh,
vegetable.
it's like foodception. Like it's one of these.
Multi-layered.
It's like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square kind of situation. A vegetable is any part of a plant, including the stems, roots, seeds, leaves, flowers, and fruits. So fruits are vegetables, and vegetables are not fruits.
I think we should just eat it all and just call it a day.
It's foodception, man. Like there's no.
That hurt my brain.
I know it hurt. The second I read it, I just zoned out for a second
I was going to say, I totally
and
zoned out.
rebooted my.
I'm like,
brain.
what is a potato?
Yeah. Well, technically, I guess it's a fruit.
It's a
Or
root.
it's a vegetable, but it's not a fruit.
Seed.
Seriously, I got a headache.
A
I don't
tomato
know.
is a vegetable and a fruit, by definition.
I know that the
That's
fruit
crazy.
does have
What's a nut?
a scientific
It's a seed, I
definition.
guess.
And that's a
definition
seed,
though.
so technically it's a vegetable.
What's a raisin?
That's just a
that's
dry
crazy.
thing.
Like vegetables are
There's people
edible
that know
parts
that
of
don't
plants.
raisins don't come from grapes.
Really?
Oh, it's funny listening to this.
Huh? People don't know that raisins come from grapes. Oh, I thought you said raisins don't come from grapes. I was like, whoa.
No.
People don't know that?
Yeah, seriously. So there's some people don't know
says
where
on the
any of
box.
our who reads the
It
box.
literally says on the
There's
box.
people don't know where our food comes from. I mean,
That's fair.
yeah.
Oh,
Now, see, now
Heaven
I'm
forbid
just-
have a garden. I don't know what is this podcast about today.
produce. And surprisingly, we're staying kind of on target. It's just a little bit all over the place.
We're not sure what they are. Oh, wait,
now-
we're
now
talking
we
about
know.
produce. She did a very good job at not hemming us in on
Yeah.
just vegetables. So produce. What is produce?
a vegetable.
All the things.
it's things that are produced.
'Cause
It's
vegetables
it's
are
a very
Cultivated.
broad, yeah.
That is mind blowing. That's hurt my head.
It did hurt my head when you read that because I immediately forgot what the first part of it you just said.
The edible part of a plant, such as leaves, stems, roots, flowers, fruits, or seeds, are all considered vegetables.
Hey y'all, this is Tyler with your real estate tip of the day. When you're looking to buy a home, be sure your realtor checks to see whether or not your preferred area is serviced by a city fire department that's covered by the property taxes, or if it's in one that requires a paid subscription. Knox County is primarily serviced by Rural Metro, but your area may be different. The monthly cost will typically depend on location, which you can check your specific cost by entering your address on their website. I know nobody likes another monthly fee, but this one is definitely worth it. God forbid you need their services and have an emergency and don't have a subscription. If you do, then you are going to probably have to pay many thousands of dollars. If you have any other questions about this, or if you have other real estate related questions, please let us know at holler@yarpod.com.
So is tobacco?
Yeah, it's a vegetable.
I mean, it's consumed, just not in that
Some
way.
people can eat it. I mean, and some people use it for flavoring and stuff.
That is crazy.
No,
me.
get out.
Swear to
This
God.
this cannot be the official.
The people without
definition.
taste buds?
Is this a
Yes.
northern thing?
I feel like that's a
No, tobacco
southern
is
thing there.
definitely- Yeah, that's definitely southern.
I was going to say.
Using it as a
Yeah,
seasoning?
vegetables.
Banana.
Literally fruit. It says fruit. Stop it! Stop it! You're not allowed to say that.
It's a root. I don't think it counts either way. That's like peanuts. Are they actually a nut? Because they grow underground.
They're a seed. Therefore, they're a vegetable. Therefore, they're a fruit. It's like I
The
don't.
produce.
They're produce. There we go. We figured it
You're
out. We've solved the
welcome.
problem.
I was going to say, that's where I was like,
I know
hey.
how contrarian you guys are, so
We nailed it. We solved the
We
world's
went down like
problems.
6 rabbit holes there.
Yeah.
and,
I'm a
like,
problem solver. I solve the problem before it arises.
I've got a
I
headache.
think you make the problem
I was
and
going
then
to say,
you walk away.
I blame Brittany on this one.
Say, or you can just call it
Produce.
food.
Food.
It's just food.
Okay, listen. Have you ever heard of the big Tennessee melon?
What?
Or the old time
I've seen 'em.
Tennessee?
Clearly, I have not.
I've seen
Muskmelon.
melons.
It's basically, it's part of the cantaloupe family.
Cantaloupes.
I don't like cantaloupes. Well,
Bigger melons.
I like melons.
Get out, Todd. We can't. Dude, I can't deal
YouTube
with this.
video.
But our Tennessee melon, it's orange.
What?
We have a
It's
Tennessee. We have an
orange.
orange Tennessee. What?
Did you just?
I
Orange?
That just drawled out there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
orange.
say you're southern. Say you're from
Orange.
Tri-Cities without saying
No,
you're from
I
Tri-Cities.
pronunciated it.
No, that one
Pull up the
hung out there.
pronunciation.
I feel like that was not.
That one hung way
That
out
was
there.
strong.
That was.
Pull up the
That,
pronunciation.
I don't
Again.
disagree. You probably pronounced it.
When I
Orange.
lived in the
But
when
you had
I
that
was in
draw.
Tri-Cities, I could not understand as one of them.
Orange. I mean,
Yeah.
you probably said it right, but you had a draw.
Yeah,
there.
you-
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Orange.
First of all, the
orange.
Tri-Cities does not have a dialect.
You added
Second
letters.
of all,
I could
I
not
don't
understand.
have a Tri-Cities dialect.
French. We're going back to that one.
Yeah.
It's Southern in general.
It's the same
not
thing.
Tri-Cities
It
specific.
was Abington to be specific.
You-
Virginia.
You had some draw on that one.
There was a lot of draw.
That was orange.
orange.
We're gonna make that one a meme.
You added letters, and
What time was that?
That's
We-
going to be
we
a
need-
short.
We need to use that one.
You added letters, and that's just not okay. Orange.
Oh gosh.
There's a lot of N's in there.
Whatever.
Orange. To say you said it, I just kind of had a what moment. What?
We kind
So
of ignored it for a
ginseng.
Ginseng. Was that the energy drink thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a root.
that grows.
A fruit.
It's a high.
Yeah.
It grows in Tennessee, like in the mountains and stuff. I may or may not know someone who has harvested some before. Oh, I don't know if that's legal or
I was
not.
gonna say
You have to have a license now. You didn't back then.
if it's on your own personal property,
Mountain Dew?
I'm sure it's
Does it have ginseng?
no.
That
So
would
they're
make so
lying.
much sense.
I know. Totally
Yep.
would.
Yeah, it's
Mountain Dew is a farce.
the berries of the ginseng plant are a muscle relaxer, a natural muscle relaxer.
They're also considered a vegetable.
Jeez Louise.
But,
I should have waited until the end
Yes,
to
you
open that
should
can.
have. Yes,
It's-
you should have.
but people harvest it because it's a medicinal herb, and people dry the root and sell it by the pound, and it's,
And it's
pretty
worth a
expensive.
lot of money. Yeah.
I may or
It
may
takes
not
a lot
have
to
some growing
make-
right now.
I may or may not know where you can sell that.
I pass up
Are we bootlegging ginseng over here?
going home to Pennsylvania. The guy that has the metal yard that does the show, I pass up his place going through West Virginia.
Won't
The
be-
metal yard?
the ginseng
Oh, the
hunters.
Oh.
The guy
Wait, there's a show called Ginseng
on
Hunters?
Discovery or one of those things.
No way.
Swear to God, yeah.
My dad and a friend of
I
our
didn't realize it
family
was this big.
went ginseng hunting one time, and it like torrential downpoured, and we were like 4 miles away. I was soaked all the way through. It was so bad, but
Go
we had a
hunting
good
for
we
it?
got a good haul.
Can you hunt it on
Oh,
Yeah.
how much can you
public
like,
property?
How much is?
I
all
mean, you're
what's
talking-
one ginseng plant worth
I mean, you're talking hundreds of dollars for a dried pound.
I was gonna say Google it and find out what it is.
for a dried pound?
It's
Yeah.
huge.
How
in
much do you have to
It's
find
worth
to get
a lot of
dried
money.
Asia.
pound?
Depends on where
That'd
you
be a
go.
ton.
Yeah.
Google what a dried. What's the?
How many plants make up a dried pound?
You're gonna have to get a lot. No,
Yeah.
no. Find out what the price per pound is for dried ginseng.
It's a decent bit, but I mean, you find pretty big. So they have prongs. Like you can tell how old the plant is by prongs. Like
takes
if you've
a
got a
lot.
single, double, usually it's 4 or 5 and 6 is like the big ones.
I don't.
I'm
even-
always tapping
yeah.
into a new side of Tyler that never knew about.
When you go through West Virginia, you see a lot of signs for places that buy ginseng.
Yeah, I saw one in Lenore City the other day, and I was like, "There's no way." But you have to be licensed to
there's-
buy it, and you're supposed to have a permit to hunt it.
So there's
supposed to.
field-grown ginseng, which is not as
Right.
not as potent as the wild-grown ginseng. The field-grown this is so stupid that this even exists. The field-grown ginseng sells a dry pound between $10 and $25 a dry pound. The average price paid in 2019 and 2020 for a wild dried pound was $550.
Yeah. Now you see why people hunt it.
And $160 per pound for a green or wet or however you want to.
I may or
Yeah.
may not know a good mountain to go to.
What are all these things you may or may not know about?
It looks.
I may or may not know some people.
It is really hard to hunt it though because it grows around things that look identical to it. You have to know the leaf shape to be able to spot it.
Is it like
And
poison ivy?
It looks very similar
I
to.
can't identify poison ivy, so I would.
And it grows
be
really,
useless.
really slow. So if
Yeah.
you take it all out,
It doesn't come back.
yeah.
Yeah. But it
Yep.
spreads pretty easily though because the birds take the berries and wherever the birds drop the berries is where it grows.
Nick's like, I might just have a 7th job lined up.
Yeah, no kidding. He's got enough going on.
Korea
So
found the,
Truffles.
according to record, found the oldest
I don't know if we've got truffles around here.
ginseng plant,
There are some wild ones, but
roughly to be 100 years old, was sold for 300 million, or 3 million Korean dollars or whatever. It's
Oh,
rumored
yeah,
to be
okay.
430,000 USD
That is stupid.
for a 100-year-old Changbai mountain wild ginseng with a weight of 30 grams.
I'm surprised people didn't start like growing this stuff more during COVID or whatever.
30 grams is not very much.
That's not a lot at all.
It grows incredibly slowly. I planted some like 15 years ago and it's still there and it hasn't spread much.
Get out. Get out.
Ginseng,
You're like
ginseng
telling your-
poaching is highly illegal
Yeah.
and enforced in Appalachia.
Yeah.
You're telling your kids, you're like,
Wow.
that's your college fund.
Yeah.
I got
They're
all
out there with
this-
some
got all
Roundup.
this
You're like,
green
no.
ginseng.
Same way with truffles. They grow
The
extremely
truffle
slow
stuff, yeah.
and usually around oak trees. I went down this rabbit hole several years ago.
Todd's
So what do we
gonna-
consider this? Produce
It's kind of an herb.
or a vegetable?
It's edible.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
eat it.
Vegetable.
People consume it.
Yeah.
I think didn't we already discuss this?
Everything's a vegetable.
Falls underneath produce.
Pretty much all of what you
Yeah.
buy like at the store, like products that have ginseng in it, that's all like farm grown stuff.
Vegetables.
Low quality.
Tyler, have you been to the Lenore City Watermelon Festival?
I have not.
That's a huge thing, isn't it?
It's not as big as you would think. Yeah.
Well-
Tyler's
Lenore
like,
City's-
it only takes up half the city.
Yeah. Well, they do
Not
a
the
lot
whole
of
city.
they do a lot of stuff like that downtown because they've got it set up now where they can shut down both streets on the downtown strip.
You mean they put out 2 caution cones?
It's bigger now.
Have you seen Wampler's Halloween Town thing?
Oh, that was stupid. All of that was stupid. There was so many people. There was like 5,000
Yeah.
people there.
That was nutty.
Oh, yeah, I did try to drive through that.
He didn't do it this last year. They did it, but he
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't-
involved.
I think he's kind of passed it on
Yeah.
to the city.
Well,
to
it
run.
was a lot.
Yeah.
But
that was a big deal.
Yeah, it was all right.
I feel like small towns have a lot of these festivals that are a big deal. Because Irwin, they had the Apple Festival. And when I tell you, the town shut down for a week.
The town shut down?
Well, it didn't shut down. Traffic was a nightmare. I mean,
2 cones.
This one required 3.
one cone.
Oh, one cone.
Right in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
Go around
in and out.
Yeah.
at the intersection.
There's
Right in
only
the middle.
one road.
Couple of hay bales at the end of the road.
A cat. But my parents had a restaurant, and it wasn't like in the downtown strip, the all 10th of a mile of it. It was just like a little bit farther out. But during that time, we would have like the caramel apple milkshakes, because it was a 50s diner that had milkshakes and stuff like that. And so we had caramel apple milkshakes.
What do you think of caramel apples?
I love them. Like the soft caramel. I
Yeah.
don't like the hard caramel.
Yeah, why do you guys say caramel, you weirdos? It's caramel.
Caramel.
I was going to say, none of us said.
Well, apparently I don't say anything right. I
Yeah.
have a
I would say
Tri-Cities
caramel.
draw.
Why are we talking about food at lunch, by the way?
We do this,
This is
every
what
time.
we do this literally every episode. At least that I'm a part
to
of.
eat beforehand.
Somebody remind me to get lunch on the way in.
One of these days, we just need to do an episode where we eat lunch.
Yeah.
And it'll just be us eating.
That
Just
would be
eating
wonderful.
sounds.
Everybody will just hear
Great
Yeah. I was
gonna say.
ASMR.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we'll
if
love
that's would go over good.
Minecraft crunching noises.
We can talk about the vegetables we're eating.
No,
There it is.
Yeah, everything's a vegetable, apparently.
none of that.
None of that.
But the
You're
Apple
like, you
Festival is
chew
really
too
good.
loud.
I don't know about watermelon, though, because watermelon's not quite as diverse. So you'd pretty much...
What do you got? Like seedless and not seedless, ripe and not ripe. Like what?
You make things out of
Hey,
it.
there's more watermelon candy than there is apple.
Probably yeah.
So
You've
it's
got,
pretty
like,
diverse.
Sure.
You've got like
Diverse.
I'll give you that one.
It's pretty diverse.
You can have it. I'm not going to fight you on
And I don't
it.
even like watermelon.
So if you're eating watermelon, do you put salt on the watermelon?
Oh, I see people
No.
do that. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
tried it. It doesn't make it. I just don't like watermelon, so it doesn't
Oh.
make it better for me.
Okay. Well.
Like, I will say, I think the salt is a nice profile
yeah.
with it.
You get the
So
sweet and salty.
That was okay. I totally understand why people do it, but I'm gonna take the apple over the watermelon any day of the week.
Yeah. I like watermelon better. I like apples.
I'm an apple nut.
Not a big apple.
Yeah.
Apples and peanut butter.
That's
Now,
pretty good.
Tomato
Love
with onion and pepper, or not onion and pepper, salt and pepper.
Talking about fruits here, Todd,
Hey.
Tomato. Fruit.
but it's a vegetable.
No, it's not.
I planted watermelons a couple of years ago, and they're one of those that keep coming back every year, but they come back fuller, and I didn't know that. And so, like, half of my yard was covered in, like, watermelon vines just all over the place. But it's pretty cool, though. The less that you water watermelons, the sweeter that they are.
Yeah.
You need to get an IV and do you ever see people that do those and grow the big ones?
Inject them.
Yeah. It's,
What?
It's rough though, because if you get like a ton of rain, they'll split. Like they'll pop open.
Watermelon people are nuts.
Yeah, they
They'll
are.
do crazy stuff.
To get
Like
those
they're-
like
yeah.
competition level big
Oh,
watermelon.
Literally,
Yeah.
you do an IV.
I mean, apples are apples. Yeah, but like these people with watermelons, they go crazy over that stuff.
Yeah. Same with pumpkins.
I'm
Have
like,
you
just
seen
give me a
the
green.
state fair pumpkins? They're like
Yeah.
a bazillion pounds.
What
and
is
they're
the green
size of a
apple?
truck?
Granny Smith?
Granny, yeah, give me a Granny Smith apple any day of the week.
Yeah.
These things are
those
so
crazy.
good. A little
Red-
bit
red.
tart.
Red delicious, but I still will take a.
A good Honey Crisp. I like a good Honey Crisp.
I like either Granny or Red delicious.
I had a
Opposite
guy.
end of the spectrum.
He came up to me in Kroger and he was like, "Hey," I had headphones in. He was like, "I'm so sorry to bother you." He was like, "But
What's your
I-
sign?
No," he said, I'm trying to take this girl out on like a picnic date, and I wanted to see what kind of apples would be best with like peanut butter or something like that. So I took him over to the apple section. I'm like, "So this is it," and he's like, "Which one would you get?" He's so precious.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
I didn't want to learn about apples. Just please pick one for me.
Yeah, exactly.
He might
Now,
have been trying to get your number.
speaking of, he immediately told me he was going on a date.
He's telling you that he's taken,
Yeah.
which makes you want him
Yeah,
more.
just say-
Oh
just
gosh.
think about it.
Okay.
Think about it for a second.
Sure. Coleslaw. Whenever I do coleslaw on a barbecue
bit of
sandwich,
apple.
I do the Granny Smith apple coleslaw because it pairs with barbecue so well.
I've had it. I'm not a huge fan of it.
I love it.
You stirred up so much controversy with your slaw on barbecue post. Lakin got involved.
I tagged you and you didn't even respond.
No, I saw it and I was like, I'm not even, because that's just blasphemy.
I missed that one.
She's like, I love you, but no.
That's just awful. It's a side. It'll always be a side. Leave it on the daggum side. Next.
I thought I would get more
Put it on your daggum
traction
sandwich.
on the iced tea one, but
Yeah.
Well, that everyone knows that's just a stupid take. We all just laughed that off and was like, whatever.
Kelly commented, and I asked, she had surgery and asked if she was on drugs because I knew she had surgery and just got home, and she deleted her comment because she thought she said something loopy. And I was like, I had to private message her. I'm like, Kelly, I was only kidding.
Yeah, I saw that post and I was like, oh, Todd.
Oh, Todd.
That's what I grew up with. Literally, we did not brew. I don't remember ever brewing iced tea as a kid.
Did you have stoves back then?
Well, and Lipton's is garbage.
That's what we did. It was granulated. Now, it wasn't all, I don't think it was all sugar. I always thought it was, but
That instant stuff just bleh.
a lot of it just said
It's
unsweetened.
not tea, man.
But I don't know
I
what
just
it
don't
was.
trust it. Like, what do they make it out of?
Right, I have no idea what it was, but that's what we had. I mean,
Yeah.
it was that or milk growing up.
And then you
or-
said it was better than Southern brewed iced tea.
To me, that's what it was like.
It's not
He's
better.
just poking the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
I
why I
wasn't
just-
used to that. It was just, I don't know. It had a lot different taste. I do not swear.
I swear I didn't swear.
Oh,
Swear I
no.
didn't swear.
It wasn't a swear
Oh,
thing.
Todd-
it's just
Todd
a
let
note
it
for
rip.
later.
He just didn't
Yeah.
even realize it.
I mean, he did earlier.
Todd's
but
nuts. Is that what he put over there?
No.
All right,
I mean,
now
that's
write
it
it
too.
Taking
Todd.
notes over there.
I'm just adding notes for me for later when I'm editing. Things to add.
I can do that too.
Anyway.
Okay.
I will match your tablet with my tablet.
It's literally the same thing.
Is
It
it,
is
the same tablet?
thing.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's got to be the same
I don't know
thing.
where I got it from. Oh yeah, it is.
Is it this thing?
Yeah, it's the same one.
I think Norma.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, a tip of the day before we go.
Yeah.
Don't forget to plant your tomatoes
Oh, gosh.
after what you think is the last frost of the year. Otherwise, you'll be out there with sheets
The blackberry winter.
and blankets trying to protect your little tomato plants.
Last week of April, first week of May.
Sometimes we get frost
I was
in
gonna say
April.
we've been.
That's why I said last week.
Survival of the fittest.
We had frost lately.
let 'em
I mean,
try
I
it.
know it's.
Survive.
I mean, it was 25 degrees the
Yeah, I was
other
gonna say
night,
it was.
so
I know it was 28 and 27.
I'm not up early enough to
They'll be
see
all
the
right.
frost.
What is this frost you're talking about?
If you
I
started
don't know.
at seeds, you're okay.
Yeah. If you start them inside the house and transplant them out, you're probably okay.
I don't think I'm doing a garden this year. You doing?
Oh,
you doing
look
a
out.
garden?
What did you just say?
I said I'm not doing. I just do. I have a couple planters on my front, and I just front porch, and I just do herbs.
I think
I'm
herb.
going to eat, what is it, radioactive produce this year since we live out in South Knox. And we're next to the Canadoro, whatever, where they dump all those heavy metals and stuff like that. So I think the river.
This got
What?
dark.
Well, I was gonna say.
I don't even know what she's
I think
I have
the
no idea
river
what
over
this
there.
is.
I went to some sort of meeting. Anyway,
So are we to expect you shooting webs soon?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah. But
Nate and
apparently
Brittany be hanging
there's
from the ceiling in here.
apparently there's a lot of heavy
Heavy
metals
metals?
and radioactivity happening in the water. So I would assume that it's probably leaking over to my produce, just like a tenth of a mile down the road. But who knows? I guess we'll find out in 10 years. Anyway,
When your son
Make you
starts
stronger.
walking up the wall, you'll know something's wrong.
I think your area, you've more got you got to worry about lead poisoning from all the gunshots.
very true, very true. Lead poisoning. We probably have a lot of.
Tyler over here steering.
Yes, it's-
Oh God, yeah.
Well,
It's
no,
not
he didn't do
uranium.
it in the recommendation. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
He
He's
used to live out there. He
talking
loves
generalities.
it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I didn't
It's
live
not
over there, but-
uranium. What's it called?
Lead.
Plutonium.
No, that you get the test for. That when it rains, it's higher.
Acid rain?
Radon.
Yeah.
Oh.
We probably have a lot of radon out there.
Uranium, plutonium. What are we talking about here?
Some
I
kind
was thinking
of
it fell from the sky. but when it does rain, the
Yeah.
radon usually
Yeah.
tests higher
Yeah. Something's going to get us eventually. So
because of all the, what is it, the sandstone?
I
It's
don't know.
porous.
Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah.
Water
Hopefully-
table rises, pushes all that gas up. Yeah.
hopefully we'll be here next week. So be sure to tune in next week.
This took a dark
Yeah, I was saying
turn.
this got dark fast.
Brittany won't be here because she ate radioactive tomatoes.
Rate,
Radioactive
review, subscribe,
fruits.
and comment in my memory. See y'all next week.
Memorandum.
See ya.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. If you or someone you know is thinking about buying or selling real estate in East Tennessee, email us at holler@yarpod.com. You can also reach Brittany Hawkins at 423-270-9572, Todd Huber at 865-456-0101, Tyler Letner at 865-816-0076, and Nick Cantey at 865-250-5167. Our office at Wallace Real Estate can be reached at 865-584-4000. Make sure to ask for YARPod. See y'all next week.